some adjustments to the game plan. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Morant scanning the floor. To the inside to end the run. And the dunk by Edey.
Well, Edey's a good man to have in the pick and roll. A big, strong guy who relishes contact.
McDaniels. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Here's Morant. And McDaniels with the block. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by McDaniels. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Pass to Jackson. Jacks up a three. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Well, Jackson brings so much value with his ability to space the floor.
And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, a new ownership group taking over for the Timberwolves. There remains a commitment to continuity on the basketball side. And while creating a replacement for the league's second oldest arena is a priority, they made it clear their commitment is to remain in Minnesota.
You'll love to hear it. All right, Shams, we thank you for the report. Now, here is Smith. He's got 8. Cans it from downtown.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
From outside the arc, the rebound by the Timberwolves.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks. Well, Speedy in their last game against Denver delivered quite a performance. He scored 28 points, and he was very efficient from the field. After a while, everything went through him. He just completely dominated, guys.
Great stuff as always, Allie. Thank you. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And, Kevin, different scenarios call for a different measure. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat.
Timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Memphis this season.
And they lost the season series against his squad last year, so trying to bounce back here tonight.
Smith, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 13, so on the floor for Memphis. Morant and Caldwell Pope are their guards. Santi Aldama is out there with Zach Edey. It's stolen by Edwards. Smith with it. He's picked up by Morant. Puts up a 3. Smith with the basket on the assist from Randall. Smith's got 17 now. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
But our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And they are also just outworking the opposition in transition. When the break is on, they've continued to find ways to score.
Morant against Smith. Puts one up from 19. Buries the jump shot.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
From downtown, and another 3 for Minnesota.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Caldwell Pope outside. Pass to Morant. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. He's got 7.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Smith for 3. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Morant against Smith, and it's Speedy with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Well, he's going to have to watch himself now. It's a little early for that 2nd foul.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. DiVincenzo's checked in, and Memphis also making a switch. Jaren Jackson's checked in for Santi Aldama.
Yeah, Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
Smith for three. He makes his ninth shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Morant. Outside for Jackson. Clock at 4. Tries again. And the nice bucket inside from Edey. Edey's got his second basket of the night.
Well, you know, it's funny, but young Zach Edey has already established himself as one of the best offensive rebounders in this league.
Good! Another from 3.
Well, folks, if you haven't been following his story since coming into the league, for all-time NBA rookies, he's now 5th place in three-pointers made.
You know, he's worked on his craft and improved in a short time here in his rookie season. He's got that beautiful touch as we've seen from these guys, but that's definitely not the only way he can score. And so it's Minnesota with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We come back right after this.
Hello, everybody. We're here to break it all down, and through the first half of play,
They're breaking at every opportunity, which we are seeing across the league, Shot.
Yeah, once the defense is set at half court, it's tougher to score.
and now not a bad. And that's all for us. Now it's time.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. What a game we're seeing from Speedy.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
And the Grizzlies choosing to move forward with Coach Islo to head their program, staying after he took over as interim head coach late last season.
Yeah, the first Finnish-born head coach in the NBA. He was a rising star coaching in Europe, now trying his hand in the best league on the planet.
And for the latest news on MP, let's hear from Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Well, fans of NP or Cade Cunningham got to see them in different roles recently. The two NBA stars tried their hand at coaching, manning the bench for two youth teams to promote their new league. I talked to MP about it, and he told me I've always had an interest in coaching. This was a great way to get my feet wet and also help some incredibly talented kids along the way. Sounds like MP has his post-playing career all lined up, guys.
Sure does. Smart guy. Great stuff. Thanks so much. Out to the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randall. Smith is out there with Anthony Edwards. And it's Reed at the 5 down low. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet, we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
It's good. 37 points for Smith.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for the Grizzlies. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. For 3, Smith. That's in, coming off the assist from Edwards. Edwards got his 3rd assist on the night. Edwards brings the double team. Jackson finds Morant. Back to Jackson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. What a unique. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Morant and Caldwell Pope are their guards. Edey out there with Jackson.
Yeah, he was making sure of that one. Jackson with the strong finish.
Smith outside. And again for 3.
Another 3. I'm not
sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
They just keep pouring in. This is a top 5 all-time single game for three-point shots made. Connects again from distance.
And all game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is no stopping his shot.
And this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game that the world never forgets. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Some nice passing there by Memphis. Caldwell Pope on the wing. 5 to shoot. Jackson from long range. And he's good on the 3-ball. Jackson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Timberwolves.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Smith.
Well, offensively, they needed him to be aggressive, and he delivered. What a game.
Miller's checked in for Minnesota. Dillingham comes in for Michael Conley. Caldwell Pope pass to Morant. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on.
Yeah, it's so frustrating as a
Good! Another from 3.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Plays it up off the glass.
Well, this is one of those nights where Morant just decided to take over.
Well, for the Timberwolves, they can just run out the clock here. And again for 3.
There it is, a shot that puts him at the top of the record book.
Well, Greg is now tied for the mark for most threes in a single game. In one word, amazing. It's taken away by Smith. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. What was it take?
MP, they say the season's a marathon, and I put a lot of pressure on myself. Back to you, Kevin.
Terrific stuff, Dominic. Thanks. Well, folks,
It's official.
Hey, you still want to play 2K tonight?
Yeah, you want to grab burritos?
Yeah, grab me one with carnitas.
Okay, see you then.
Okay, what are we doing, Ma? I thought we talked about... Yeah, I can see how that's funny, but...
Controversy.
There he is.
And it's going to be Minnesota off the tip. And a storyline for MP over this stretch of the season. He's trying to outperform against his matchup each time out. We know that when MP executes that, it can be a pivotal aspect of the team's success.
Hey, you got to applaud MP for specifically aiming to step up against great competition. That's something he was outwardly vocal about a while ago, making sure he's winning that plus-minus, controlling the pace of the game. That's what the great ones do.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Randall at power forward with Reed at center. Edwards is the 2, McDaniels the 3. And it's Smith in at the point guard position. You know, the other day I was checking out the magazine stand at the bookstore, and I saw MP right on the cover. How about that?
Oh, I saw it too at the supermarket. And you know what? Congrats to MP. Making a magazine cover is no doubt a I made it moment.
Oh, and Reed with a block. They retain possession. Here's White. The rebound by the Timberwolves. They want to keep rolling here, following the win against Brooklyn.
It was textbook rim protection in that game, taking real pride in shutting down the other team.
It was obvious. They pressured that team from the outset every trip down the floor. That will wear an opponent down over time.
Some around the league, Shams, saying the Big Three super team era is done. You see it that way?
Listen, BA, the latest CBA clearly is designed to spread talent around the league, clearly is designed for parity around the league, but I really feel like the super team era really came and went pretty quickly. You saw Miami with their Big Three win it all, Kevin Durant to Golden State was really a one-off product of the salary cap spike in 2016. That's been about it. It's been about parity, but you still do need a couple stars in today's NBA to win.
Boy, this guy has been absolutely outstanding this quarter. You love what he's doing out there right now.
Down low. Here's Vucevic. And he banks in the layup.
Well, Nikola Vucevic can score against excellent defense. That is a good finish in close.
Randall finds Smith. Edwards for three. Buzelis grabs the board.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
He makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Boy, something so good about a perfectly placed lead pass. That is nice.
Shams, we've heard Commissioner Silver suggest that with the global audience for the game, team market sizes matter less to free agents.
For most players, it's about winning, and then secondarily, where they'd like to live, and the financial aspect of market size is not as relevant as it once was. Money still does talk.
That might be one of the biggest changes in the game over the last few decades.
BA, you can win and succeed anywhere.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks. Well, Speedy in their last game against Brooklyn put on a show. He contributed 31 points, and as we've come to expect, he contributed from the three-point line as well. He just went out there and played his game, absolutely owning the opposition in the process. Back to you guys.
Good stuff, Allie. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, BA. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
Well, there's no doubt. He certainly looked like he was enjoying himself in that last game. He had his offense flowing.
And what an incredible achievement from MP recently. Grant, he turned in one of the most efficient games you will ever see.
Well, you talk about what it means to dominate. MP was the definition of that with his performance. Now, everything fell for him, and it looked like he was a man amongst boys.
Chicago making some changes. Smith, he's checked in for Buzelis. And it's Dosunmu in for Herter. And so here is Chicago, trailing by 8 from deep. Giddey. Edwards pulls it in. The Timberwolves have got 6 of 10 attempts to fall. A nice shot by Smith.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Dosunmu outside. Here's Vucevic. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Nothing more important than protecting the rim, folks, and that's exactly what they get.
From deep three-point land. Smith no good. Chicago has gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. Pass to Vucevic. Now Smith. Smith with a screen on Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Smith. Puts up a 3. He drops it from range.
And Jalen Smith wants to stretch the floor. He's got a sweet shot.
For 3, Smith on target from range.
3 points.
Smith's got 23 points.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
And so it's Minnesota closing out the quarter ahead by... Minnesota will go for a different look here. Naz Reid's checked in for Ingles. Jaden McDaniels comes in for Clark. Edwards, he's checked in for DiVincenzo. And it's Smith in for Conley. And more, we're seeing teams run one center with 4 perimeter players, Shams. What's changed?
Well, it's a copycat league. When things are going great, other teams want to copy. And so what we're seeing now is teams' most effective lineups, more shooting and more mobility. That usually overbalances any deficit you have as far as shot blocking or rebounding in today's NBA.
Trey Jones is out there with Josh Giddey. Then it's Buzelis. Then there's Nikola Vucevic. And it's Herter in at the 3. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. For 3, Randall. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Boy, slow start for him out of the gates, but you can feel that rhythm building.
Outside Jones. Back to Giddey. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter.
That's a fact. he wanted to avoid, and he definitely doesn't want to pick up his third before the half.
Chicago shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. That free throw misses.
What you love about Nikola Vucevic is every night you know he's going to play hard and he's going to do whatever it takes to win. You love playing with teammates like that, guys.
Kobe White, he's checked in for Chicago. The Timberwolves also with a sub. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Randall. A nice shot by Smith.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
All right, Chums, we know you got to hop back on your phone in case you have to break any news. Thank you for being with us here tonight. Great stuff.
Happy to be here, B.A. Thank you.
Well, that was fun having Shams sit in with us. I tell you what, if you're looking for the inside scoop, he's the guy.
So true. He's got his finger on the pulse of this entire league. If something's going down, you can count on him letting everybody know about it.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, B.A. The Timberwolves have elite shot creation, but it's finding that balance. Anthony Edwards said, "I'm wired to score the ball. I'm going to showcase my game, so it's hard to find that balance of when to pass and when to keep it and try to get going. Sometimes I feel like the right play is me." Yeah?
Fills it up with the best. Okay, Allie, good stuff.
That's his second bucket from range this quarter after hitting none in the first.
Smith against Giddey. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Boy, he's been unconscious this quarter. I love the confidence he's playing with.
And so it's White with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. 17-point game. They'll be playing host to New Orleans for their next one. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. And it's Giddey missing. It's a one-on-one situation. Smith passes to Reed. This one for three. Sinks it from distance. Smith's got 10 points in the quarter. A dominating first half of play. And so far, it hasn't been close. Timberwolves ahead, opening up a huge gap. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
And welcome to halftime. With the All-Star festivities around the corner, here are the favorites to take part.
Some impressive names on here. Shaq, any interest in lacing up your sneaks and finally competing in one of these?
And let's move on now to that first half. Obviously, a lot of work to do for the Chicago Bulls. That does it for halftime.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, Doris, it seems like point guards have more scoring duties than ever.
There's no doubt, B.A., and why not take advantage if you have a lead guard who can both put the ball in the basket and set his teammates. The harder you are to guard individually, the harder your team is to guard.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. McDaniels at the 3 with Randall at the 4. Smith out there with Edwards. And it's Reed in at center. That shot wide open. Herter's got 11.
Is showing off his passing skills. White sends the ball right into the hands of a ready three-point shooter.
4-3, connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Giddey into the lane. And a nice finish on the layup. Giddey's got his first basket.
Tremendous burst from Josh Giddey on the drive. Just turns up the intensity.
Here's Smith. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Boy, it hasn't mattered what the defense has tried. He has had every counter. What a great night.
The motor of Kobe White. Grant seems to be ready to run the entire game and then some.
Oh, totally, B.A. For someone who is quick and can jump and has a strong handle, he's got plenty of stamina. And as a guard, you trust Kobe will make those effort plays. 3 straight buckets to start the half. This is how they wanted to come out and execute.
Pass to Buzelis. Boom! He jams it straight
down. And the defense has to offer more resistance. Can't let guys like Buzelis get this close to the rim.
The three, Smith. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And Vucevic slams it in.
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
Steps back. Giddey passes to Vucevic. Over McDaniels. No good off the glass.
Oh, he will kick himself for that one. That was a...
Oh, my! Wow! Way up there in the rafters!
No one is stopping that. That's the type of move that you see in a dunk contest.
Takes great confidence to alley-oop to yourself.
Sure does.
Herter from long range. They get the rebound. Vucevic gets the bucket. Vucevic has got 9.
Nikola Vucevic has averaged double-digit rebounds for the vast majority of his career. You want him to get to work on the offensive end? No problem.
Smith outside. Lets it go from 11. And too long on the shot. Bulls trail by 18. Pass to Vucevic. There's Herter with the 3. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 6 rebounds here.
Oh,
get out of the way!
Flying high! Throwing it down!
Clear the way!
He's the leading scorer tonight, being aggressive, and so far, no one's found a way to slow him down.
Well, Grant, we've heard Anthony Edwards talk about trusting his teammates. He understands you need everybody.
Yeah, a lot falls on his shoulders off.
Called by Billy Donovan. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Knocked away and stolen by Edwards. Giddey is the 1 with White by his side at the 2. Buzelis out there with Kevin Herter. And it's Vucevic in at the 5. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Miller's checked in for Reed. Ingles comes in for Julius Randle. Clark is checked in for McDaniels. And it's DiVincenzo in for Anthony Edwards. Pass to Ingles. Here's Clark. The 3 is up. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the 4th, and it's working.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
And Dorsey. Think about the top scorers in this league. They're creating those points with greater efficiency than in decades past.
Analytics is increasingly a part of the NBA. Teams are now understanding that 3 is more than 2, and if you don't make enough of them, you have a math problem. And then the other highly valued shots in the league, and maybe the most valued shots, are restricted area 2s. Listen, let's be smart about the game.
For 3, Smith sinks it. What range from downtown?
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
White, good.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading 3s back and forth.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And out of bounds, it'll be Chicago ball.
Yeah, a little bit of miscommunication there. They'll want to talk about that one.
Out of bounds, Bulls ball as Chicago keeps possession.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Timberwolves.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And they played well tonight, picking up win number 24 of the year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what would be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Speedy.
So highly effective on the offensive end. At times, this guy just scoring at will.
For 3, Smith. Can't get it to drop. Chicago has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown in this final quarter. Back to Giddey. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. It's been all Timberwolves. Smith outside. Good! Another from 3.
He's been on the money from deep.
Definitely. Looking to shoot as much as possible. Here's White. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Well, the Bulls traded away DeRozan, Levine, Caruso. But Grant, despite all that, they finished with an identical record last season.
They did. I mean, they finished the season strong, 17-10 after the All-Star break. Their young backcourt of Giddey and White showing some real promise.
And Minnesota making a change here. Conley's checked in. Pass to Buzelis. Jacks up a 3. And Conley grabs the miss. For 3, Smith. Chicago grabs the miss. And an intentional foul right there.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
That's good from White.
Kobe White taking 2 shots.
White hits them both. For 3, Smith. And the miss. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. Boy, this crowd has to be.
I'm here with MP, who just set the rookie record.
We appreciate you all, and we look forward to
Of course I do, Dom.
Over to you, BA.
Great stuff there, Dominic. And that about wraps it up.
Right here. People want to know.
Miss Conway.
Right here.
MP. World domination.
What does that look like?
Like something.
Well, you know, I've been doing a bit of skimboarding lately.
Oh, I love it. I've heard from
Cross the border, we like Dallas. 21, salute, we been savage. Tag 'em up, add 'em up. Wish upon the stars of my roof, they all scattered. Ain't no more Neptune, these Saturn. Off the first, it's a pattern, like middlemen, nigga.
Bro, I got a great theme lined up for the second half of this season. Please tell me you're ready to go.
Yep, I'm rolling.
Bet. What's up, everybody? It's your boy MP, here to announce that an MVP should be able to drag any group of guys to 500.
Celebrate the excitement of All-Star Weekend in a brand new event in my career, All-Star Takeover presented by State Farm. Head over to the event center all weekend long, get transported to the court in LA, and earn double rep and prizes. All of the players in this event will be taking over with 99 overall stats and max badges. Plus, when there's a minute left in each quarter, light things up from the
We're back with an all-new episode of NBA 2K TV, and it's a big weekend in the NBA because the All-Star events are here. And guess what? You can also see these events inside 2K.
Ooh, I can't wait for that, but I'm also looking forward to one All-Star that's doing double duty over the weekend. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, Stephen Curry.
That's right. He'll be stepping off the court and onto the red carpet, making his Hollywood debut.
And we caught up with him while he was recording for his movie. Check it out. Seven, welcome back to NBA 2K TV. Now, this is a full circle moment because I first interviewed you and Aisha 10 years ago exactly for the cover of 2K16 in New York City.
That's the way.
Holy snap. Oh no, oh no.